Welcome, Cancer, to your weekly timeless ghetto reading by Sapphire Queen 999. All right, Cancer, so if you're new to this channel, welcome. If you're returning, then it's always a pleasure to have you back. I want to remind you guys that these are general messages and that these messages are intended for entertainment purposes only, so that the messages may or may not resonate with you at this time, Cancer. Also, keep in mind that these messages are timeless, so that these readings could have been happened in the past already. Could be happening right now, or could be yet to come. So, let me introduce the way I'm gonna, the style I'm gonna use to read your message today, Cancer. I'm going to, as usual, pick up energies from your recent past, present, and near future. I'm also going to use the oracle cards to set the mood. And then at the end, I'm going to give you the overall energy that I'm going to read from the bottom of the deck cards. But the only thing that switches it up a little bit this time around is that I'm not only going to do your energy, Cancer, but I'm also going to do the present on your mind's energy. And I want to know how they're feeling about you. Okay, so your spread will be to the left side while their spread will be to the right. So let's go on, Cancer, with your oracle cards. So for your first oracle card, you have the Grim Reaper. And it says the relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transition your life. Wow, a little deep there, huh? So the next card you have is Talking. And it says interested, conversing more. Awaited message arrives. Text, call, email, hoovering. And then for your last card, you have the Sword and the Rose. And it says clarity, truth, revelation, solitary, force, honor, protection, and power. Okay, so what I'm getting out of these three cards for you, Cancer, is that some connection that you were involved in, some relationship, whether it was friends, family, or whatever, love, you had to put that to an end because it was doing you no justice anymore, no service. And you had to let that go in order for you to be able to grow and, do something better with yourself. And I guess that while you were healing, you met someone who, was a smooth talker, someone who, kept a nice conversation and kept you entertained and interested. And I'm thinking that throughout these little conversations, you guys probably grew some feelings for one another. So now, this person is here hesitant, wanting to send you a message. And as per the card, it arrives. And when the card arrives, you're going to feel like this Sword and the Rose, where you're going to like the fact that it's a clear, truthful message. And, you're going to have your guards up because of whatever that previous person had did to you. But hopefully this person will help you heal to the point where you at least let them in. Okay, so let's move on to your first three cards, which will represent your recent past energies. So Cancer, as we go along the reading, if you feel that any of this stuff is resonating with you, don't forget to press like. If you're enjoying my style of reading, my messages, and you want to subscribe to the channel, that'll be awesome. You could also, hit the bell so that you could be alerted of any new uploaded readings I might have. And, if you're not getting nothing out of it and you decide to walk away from this message, it's all good. But on your way out, don't forget to press share because, even if you got nothing out of it, the next Cancer may benefit from this message. So let's go on. So for your first card in the recent past, you have the Four of Pentacles, and that is being clarified by the Two of Swords. And what I'm getting out of this energy, Cancer, is that you wanted to hold on to something, some type of love connection. Probably with an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And, this union, this Two of Cups, it made you feel so good that your next card is the Hierophant. It's a card that some say could represent marriage. I can see marriage coming from it, but normally what I use the Hierophant for is that I believe is a divine union. The union was meant to be from the heavens. And, it's with someone that you share a lot of common bonds with, a lot of traditions, a lot of values and morals. And with this Four of Swords in reverse, it just tells me that you feel ready to take this new chapter of your life on. Usually in the upright position, you're resting, you're healing. You've healed, you've rested. It's time to move forward, and see where this divine connection takes us. And then you have the Sun card, which normally means the happiest card in the deck. It's the card everybody wants in their reading. And, I'm thinking that this connection made you really happy. Really, really, really happy. But I'm starting to see where it all starts to crumble, right? With the Seven of Cups. This person had a lot of options, huh? It was either that or one of you guys was living in the clouds, you know? One of you guys was not seeing clearly and was based more on illusions and hallucinations in regards to when it comes to the connection. So maybe one of you guys thought that, hey, wow, he or she loves me. While deep down, they don't love you. They just love you doggy style. Oh, did I say that? So let's move on to your present cards. So in your present, you have the Justice card upright, and that's being clarified by the Justice card upright. So whatever it is that's coming here, whatever this karma is, this revenge that the heavens are going to perform on your behalf, Cancer, this person's going to feel it times two. The divine's going to hit them hard. Whoever this was, they should have never fucked with you, Cancer. Because the divine, they won't get them. And then the next card you have is the Seven of Swords, which usually represents some type of deceit, some type of, kept in the dark type of secret. So I'm sure that this person you were dealing with was probably a cheat. And with the Hermit card, you might be dealing with a Virgo. It made you want to go into your inner self and isolate so that you could reflect on your, on what should be your next steps in terms of continuing with this connection or dealing with this person on a day in, day out type of basis. So then the next card, which is your last card in the present, is the Ace of Cups in reverse. And that's being clarified by the Nine of Cups in reverse. And what I'm getting out of this energy is that, with the Ace of Cups in reverse, it was supposed to have been a new beginning in love and happiness. And instead, you were probably stressing, but you're not going to stress anymore with the Nine of Swords in reverse. You're not going to lose any sleep over this anymore. You're not going to stop eating anymore. You're not going to do none of the above anymore. Because at the end of the day, the only one who's suffering is you. It's not like your person notices that this is what you're going through. All right, so let's move on to the last 3 cards, which will represent your near future. So for your near future cards, you have the King of Pentacles in reverse, and that is being clarified by the Two of Swords in reverse. And what I'm getting out of that is that this person you were dealing with, you at first had saw them as a King of Pentacles, someone who's stable, someone who's successful, abundant, intelligent, caring, and you no longer see them like that. You no longer see them like that. Because with this Two of Swords in reverse, it shows that, you were finally able to remove the blindfold and see them for who the fuck they really are. And once again, Pentacles, that represents Earth, so that could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then your next card in the near future, you have the Two of Swords again in reverse. And that's being clarified by the Four of Cups. And what I'm getting out of that energy is that, you wished you would have probably seen what you know now when this offer was being made to you back then, Because you probably would have entered this connection differently. You probably wouldn't have entered the connection at all. So then your next card is the Four of Wands. And that's being clarified by the Fool card. And what I'm getting out of that energy is that, you're gonna celebrate. You're gonna celebrate, but not a union. You're gonna celebrate your liberation, your freedom from the games that this person wanted to play with you. And, You're gonna try to keep it to yourself, but deep down you're gonna feel like a fool for falling for whatever lies it was that they told you to keep you involved in the connection in the first place. All right, Cancer. So let's move on to your person's energies. Okay, Cancer. So for your person's energy, their first oracle card, we have Girl Talk. And it states, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, and having fun. Your person's next card is karmic relationship. And that states, fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. Interesting. And then for their last oracle card, they have palm tree, which reads stability, security, performance, growth, endurance, and flexibility. So what I'm picking up out of these three energies for you, for your person, Cancer, is that, this person, I think this person was, I think the person wasn't used to being with someone and didn't know how to cherish or how to make a connection grow and blossom into something beautiful. And even though they didn't put not one drop of sweat into the connection, deep down they felt like they were working. But what they were really working was their mouth, because they was always running their mouth. And by running their mouth, of course, talking to your friends, all that's going to do is cause what? Some gossip to grow, to escalate. And usually when gossip escalates, what happens? The more people that get involved, the worse. A relationship is supposed to be between one and one. No one else. You and your partner. No one else. Remember, people are haters. People are envious. People always want what they can have. So they will say things or take your own words and misconstrue them just to ruin them. So I'm thinking that's what happened here with your person. And even though whatever was said, whatever was, gossiped about, wasn't probably what your person was actually really feeling, they had to, accept that they messed up and let go, even if they still have feelings for you. Or, maybe you guys just broke up because you wasn't feeling what was really going on, if there was any type of like third party entanglements and stuff. And, this person had to accept that they fucked up that way, in a cheating way, and they still had to let you go, but then notice much later on in time that, they still loved you, that they weren't ready to let you go, that they felt, that there was something missing and they needed to go back to try to at least fix reassess and fix the relationship if possible. So then you have the palm card, and I'm thinking that your person received this card because, after not being with you, they realized that, that's what you brought to their table. You brought stability to them, security. You performed. Anything you said you was going to do, you came through. You were trying to grow for both of you guys. You had a lot of endurance because you put up with shit you didn't have to, and you were mad flexible. Want to go out at 6? Oh, you can't do 6, so how about 8? You always made yourself available for this person. And, they, like I said, they didn't meet you where they needed to. So let's move on to this person's first 3 cards in the recent past. So, Cancer, if any of this stuff is resonating with you so far, don't forget to press like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And don't forget to hit the share button so that all the Cancers of the world can listen to this. Okay, so let's move on to your person's 3 cards for the recent past. We have the Page of Wands in reverse, and that's being clarified by the 6 of Cups. And what I'm getting out of this is that, at no point was any messages or any excitement or any adventure being felt by this person. Why? Because, I'm thinking that you guys know each other for a while. You guys have dealt with each other in the past with the 6 of Cups card. So, I guess being together wasn't exciting anymore for your person. And, they decided to I'm not going to say lie, but, to just omit information. And, if they don't got to tell you, then why even speak? And that's what happened with that Page of Wands in reverse. And then the next card you have is the Eight of Wands in reverse. And that's being clarified by the Four of Swords in reverse. And what I'm getting out of that is that, there was a lot of action going on. You weren't resting at all. This person was not resting at all. This person was doing a lot of running around, a lot of action. I'm not sure what kind of action. That's for you to find out, Cancer, not for me. But, they weren't resting. They were, I don't know, but I feel like they were just hopping from bed to bed to bed. I don't know. I don't know. But let's move on. So, the next card that this person has for the recent past is the Chariot in reverse. And that is being clarified by the Four of Wands. And I'm thinking that this person decided to, to turn away from the connection and to go party and do things that, maybe they shouldn't have been doing with other people. So let's move on to the 3 cards that will represent the present for your person's energy, Cancer. So for the first card, you have the Sun. Well, they have the Sun. And I'm guessing this person was happy. And then you got the Knight of Cups, which is, yeah, wow. So this person was happy giving away your cup. All right, so this person was giving your ding-a-ling-ling or your cookie to everyone but you. And they were real happy about it. They were enjoying. They were having the time of their life. Yep. And the next card is the Two of Wands in reverse. And that is being clarified by the Two of Pentacles. And what I'm getting out of this energy is that, I don't think that your person, that this is what they wanted to do. I don't think that this is from the minute they saw you, Cancer, they were like, oh, you know what, I'm going to get with him. I'm just going to cheat on him because, he just looks like someone I got to cheat on and someone I got to hurt. But what I'm thinking is that, they have made a decision to pursue something and then they probably weren't satisfied with the, the response, the outcome. And, they decided that, okay, well, if you're not going to give me what it is that I want, Cancer, then, I could have Cancer and I could have an air sign and an earth sign and, all the signs. And in search of that grounding, that stability. Not knowing that all this is doing was just, making themselves look bad and not giving them the opportunity to be able to accomplish what it was that they wanted. So then their last card is the Four of Pentacles in reverse and the Nine of Cups in reverse. To clarify, and what I'm getting out of this energy was that, this connection was something that your person no longer wanted to hold on to because they no longer wished for you and they no longer felt happy with you. Okay, so let's move on to the last 3 cards, which will represent the near future energy for your person. So for the last 3 cards, the first card we have is the Seven of Cups, upright. And what I'm getting out of that energy is just that, this person had options. This person had options. This person probably never cut off their options, because with this tower in reverse, usually the tower is a building that the foundation crumbles once shit goes sour. And, maybe this tower never crumbled for the simple fact that this person was holding on to all the options they had or their previous past lovers that still had interest in them. And the next card is the King of Pentacles being clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. And what I'm getting out of that energy is just that your person, your person felt on top. They felt like a king, male or female. So, felt like a king or a queen. And, being single, being the Nine of Pentacles wasn't something that they feared. It was actually something that they enjoyed because they knew that they could still maintain shit with or without you. And, they know that they could be someone different every day of the week if they wanted to, because you just wasn't giving them that satisfaction, that excitement. So if today I want to be Mary and tomorrow I want to be Jesse, you know your person could do that now, and feel confident, because at the end of the day, whether this person that they pretending to be different people with, does for them or doesn't, it's okay because they got it. And then for their last card, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and that's being clarified by the Page of Swords in reverse. And what I'm getting out of that energy is just that, what you had to offer them, Cancer, it just, I guess you took too long to make it seem real to them. It may have been real. Your offer may have been 100% real, and you really wanted to pursue this, and you really wanted to, give the world to this person. But because it took so long for you to actually take action with the Page of Swords, I'm thinking that your person picked that up like you wasn't trying to be real, like you was just running game. You was just being, an immature, conniving kid. So let's move on to the bottom of the deck cards, which will set your overall energy for you and your person. So for your bottom of the deck cards, Cancer, you have the Healing Heart Oracle card, which states healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addiction. And then you have the Knight of Cups in reverse, and then you have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So what I'm getting out of those three cards, Cancer, is that, you had to find a way to get over the heartache that this person caused you. And once you found that strength and you realized that everything was just karmic and, it wasn't going to serve you any justice anyways, it was just better to reframe withdraw your offer, your love offer, your genuine, true love offer that you had promised them, because it's not like they were valuing it. And, you had to let go of your dream of reaching that Ten of Pentacles status with them, that, you were never going to feel safe or secure with them because of their conniving and funny ways. So let's move on to your person's energy, which starts with the Oracle card. It says heartbroken, and it says deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling loss, grieving, and mourning. So what I'm getting out of that energy, Cancer, is that your person deep down also felt the hurt that was brought upon by this separation. Maybe not right in the moment while they were acting the way they did, but, much later on, like I said, they realized that, you were someone that they should have focused a little more on. And with the Justice card, all that tells me is that, probably their next few relationships after you were toxic on the behalf of the other person, because they had to suffer and understand what it was that they put you through, Cancer. And for the last card in your person's overall energy, they have the Five of Swords, which means that, they, after you, their life was full of conflict. It was full of stress, and it was full of people walking away from them, them being alone, them being isolated. So this is what I have for you this week, Cancer. I hope it resonated with you guys. If it did, don't forget to press like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and to press the bell so that you could be, alerted every time a new message is posted on the channel. And like I said in the past, if you didn't get anything out of this and you chose to walk away, I'm hoping that on your way out, you hit the share button so that another Cancer can have had the chance of listening to this message, because they may be in need even when you're not. Okay, so it's always a pleasure. I'll be for you guys again next week. Bye.